my beloved friends, greetings to you all. How are you? When I ask this, many of you respond with a polite, I am well. But Jesus says we must be truthful with ourselves. So I ask you again, put your hand over your heart and tell me honestly, are you truly well? Is your spirit at peace, or does it feel heavy and burdened? Jesus says life can sometimes feel like a heavy weight. From the moment we rise until we lie down, we run, we work, we strive for those we love. But at the end of the day, what remains for us? Only a tired body and a heavy heart. Sometimes, in a quiet moment, you look up and ask, God, why me? Why do I carry this cross? Have you ever sat or lain awake at night after everyone else has gone to sleep and cried without making a sound? That pillow knows the bitterness of your tears. This world forces us to hide our sorrow. We wear a mask of happiness because we fear judgment. We worry that if we show our true pain, people will mock us or label us as weak. So we keep everything locked inside, allowing the poison of bitterness to build within us. Today, let us talk about these 6 deep wounds that we hide in our hearts. We will explore these pains and, with the guidance that Jesus says in his teachings, seek healing for these hidden sorrows. Please take a moment to listen this. Perhaps it will bring comfort to the heavy heart you carry all by yourself. 1. The pain of loneliness, feeling empty in a crowd. Think about this. You are at a big party or a wedding. There are hundreds of people around you. There is laughter and music everywhere. But suddenly, in the middle of this crowd, you feel completely empty inside. You think to yourself, so many people are here, but there is no one who really understands me. No one cares enough to hold my hand and say, I am here for you, my friend. The close friends from school and college, where did they go? Everyone is busy with their own life. You try to share your problems with your family, but then you worry, if I tell them, they will worry too much. So you keep everything locked in your heart. When you face big trouble, you want to tell someone. You take your phone and you scroll through your contact list. You see hundreds of names. You think about calling one person, but then you think, what will he think of me? Or will I bother her? After thinking so much, you put the phone down without calling anyone. That pain, that feeling of having no one to talk to, only those who have felt it truly understand. Jesus says, you are never alone. He knows the feeling of being lonely, even when surrounded by people. Jesus says, I will never leave you or forsake you. He promises to be with us, even in the darkest valleys. When you feel lonely, go to a quiet place and talk to him. He is listening. 2. The wound of rejection. When words cut like a knife. Do you know what the worst weapon in the world is? It is words. A cut from a knife will heal, but a wound from words can stay in your mind until you die. Have you been hurt by words? When you were little, maybe you sang a song, but your parents or relatives told you, stop that noise, it sounds terrible. How much did that hurt your heart when you were a small child? After that, maybe you never tried to sing again. Perhaps in school, a teacher called you out in front of everyone and said, you are good for nothing. You will never succeed in life. Your friends laughed at you. You cried that night. Does that shame still sting you today, like a thorn in your side? You might cook a special meal for someone you love, but they eat it and say, there is no salt, no spice, you don't know how to cook. That criticism makes you feel like your love and effort are worth nothing. Jesus says, your worth is not determined by what others say about you. Jesus says, you are more valuable than many birds. If people reject you, do not take it to heart. If someone thinks a diamond is just a simple stone, it does not mean the diamond loses its value. It means the person does not understand. Believe in yourself. A lion walks alone. One day, those who rejected you will see how wrong they were. 3. The betrayal of a trusted friend. The knife in the back. There are 2 kinds of pain in life. First, the pain given by an enemy. Second, the pain given by a friend you trusted deeply. The second one is much worse. Think about a time when you were ready to do anything for your best friend. If he needed money, you borrowed it to help him. You worked hard for him day and night, but that same friend secretly talked badly about you behind your back. He ruined your reputation and took a good opportunity away from you. Can you handle that pain of betrayal? What if your own brother or sister fought with you over money and kicked you out of the house? What about when children treat their elderly parents like burdens and leave them in nursing homes? When we see this kind of betrayal, we lose faith in people. We feel like we should never trust anyone again. Jesus says, betrayal is a part of life. He himself was betrayed by someone very close to him. Jesus says, forgive others, just as I forgive you. A person who betrays you shows their bad character, not your foolishness. You are betrayed because you are kind. You don't need to become a cruel person because of one bad experience. You must learn from it, but don't close your heart. Forgive them for your own peace so that the anger doesn't eat you alive. 4. The grave of dreams, the frustration of unlived life. We all have a small child inside us. That child has many dreams. When we were young, we played with toys and said, when I grow up, I will build a big house. We collected cards and dreamed of becoming a great cricketer. But as we grew up, life's circumstances and family responsibilities crushed those dreams. We had to study things we did not like because our parents told us to. We work a job that has no meaning to us just to feed our families. One day you might see someone on the bus who has become the doctor, engineer, or soldier you always wanted to be. Your heart aches as you think, my life could have been like that, but now it's too late. You are standing over the grave of your own dreams, watching others live theirs. This is a very deep wound. Jesus says, do not give up hope, even if you are older now. Jesus says, I came to give you life, and life to the full. Your age is not a barrier to happiness. Take 1 hour every day for something you love. Learn to play music, paint a picture, or plant a garden. That 1 hour of joy can give you the strength to handle the rest of your busy life. 5. The prison of guilt, the weight of your past mistakes. We all make mistakes in life, big and small. This sense of guilt is like a termite eating away at your peace. It is like a prison that you build around yourself. Maybe when you were young you stole money from your parents without them knowing. Now they are gone, and when you remember it, your chest hurts. You think, they struggled so much to make money and I did that. Perhaps you said something terrible in anger to your mother. Later, you felt guilty every time you looked at her face. You wanted to say sorry, but your ego stopped you. That feeling of guilt does not let you sleep at night. Jesus says, it is human to make mistakes. It is divine to ask for forgiveness. Jesus says, go and sin no more. Do not stay trapped in the guilt. If you can, go and apologize to the person you hurt. If you cannot, tell your sorrow to God in your prayers. Make a promise that you will not repeat that mistake. You must learn to forgive yourself. Only then can your heart be light again. 6. The anger of helplessness, the roar of a chained lion. You see something bad happening right in front of you. Your conscience tells you to speak up, but you think, if I interfere, I will get into trouble. I don't need problems right now. So you stay quiet and walk away. But that night, your heart burns with anger. You feel like a coward. At work, your boss yells at you unfairly and blames you for everything. You want to speak up and tell him he's wrong, but you stay quiet, afraid of losing your job. The anger from this helplessness builds inside you. You go home and take out that anger on your innocent wife or children who did nothing wrong. This helplessness feels like a chained lion. It wants to roar, but it cannot move. This feeling slowly makes you cold inside. You might get to a point where you see injustice and no longer care. Jesus says, trust in God's justice. Jesus says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Do not allow helplessness to harden your heart. We cannot change everything in the world, but we can change ourselves. Find strength in the knowledge that justice will prevail in the end. Conclusion. My dear friends, I have spoken about 6 wounds. I know that at least one of these wounds has touched your life. I understand that carrying these burdens alone feels like hell, but I want you to believe this one truth. No matter how dark the night, the morning will surely come. Your troubles will not last forever. This storm will pass. You are not alone in this fight. Many people just like you are struggling with these same pains. Jesus says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. He asks us to bring all our worries to Him and allow Him to take the weight off our shoulders. Share your burdens with someone you trust. When you share your feelings, the weight on your heart becomes lighter. Hold on to hope. I am here for you always.